G'day brewers and welcome back to the channel. Been busy recently. I have been trying to clone a favourite beer of mine, and that is the Two Hide Ale from Bell's Brewery over in the US. Um, I've had several attempts at it over the last year or so, but this one I think is pretty close. It's a 100% Centennial hopped ale, and that's led to a few issues. Now, there's a full video on that coming soon, but today I thought I'd do a short video on adding some gelatin to the beer. Normally I don't. I normally let things clear naturally, but Christmas is coming up and this is a beer I want to enjoy for Christmas. So I'm going to add some gelatin into it to try and speed that process up a bit. So I thought I'd do a short video on how I do that, how I stop oxygen getting in and the whole process. So stay tuned and we'll move on to that. So this is the basic kit of parts I use for adding gelatin to my kegmenters. Quick shot of the kegmenter for you. So it's a standard ball lock post. Either or of these I do use. That's just the sort of the plastic adapter from Kegland. Managed to source a stainless steel one that enables me to treat it a bit more harshly with chemicals. So what we've got is the standard grey for gas ball lock. This is a short length of silicone tube just pushed over the barb, as you can see there, and then just pushed over the end of this 250 ml syringe. Very simple to put together, but the key is this adapter here. The other one's just rolled away under the... So what this enables you to do, see if I can do this one-handed, is... might not be possible. I'll come back to this. So that just slips into the disconnect there. So that basically gives us an open end, so we can suck things in and out. So here we have everything all together. Got a jug of sanitizer here. It's going to sanitize the equipment first. That enables me just, as you can see, suck up. So we're going through the adapter. Without that adapter, we wouldn't be able to pull anything in because it would be closed by the very nature of the disconnect. So that enables me to pull some sanitizer in, and then allow, as you do with all the injections at the hospital, allows me to push out any, let's see if I can focus there for you, push out any air within the syringe, so everything is touching, and more importantly, there's no oxygen in this. I've not done a very good job, but when we get the gelatin inside, I will do a better job. It stops any oxygen from being inside of the whole device, so we can purge that out. So we've got liquid coming out. So then when we connect that to the keg, we push nothing but the gelatin in and none of the oxygen that we don't want. Cool the fermented beer down to as close to 0 degrees Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit. A quick squirt of sanitizer on the ball locks just in case. Here you'll see I've already mixed the gelatin and pre-boiled water together. Sorry I didn't get any footage of that. The pre-boiled water was dropped down to 65C, which I think is about 150 F. And then it was allowed to sort of sit there, and I think they used the word bloom for gelatin for 5 minutes before just double checking the temperature before I started to use it. So here's the equipment, the gelatin and the syringe. So as you'll see, we've got the adapter on the bottom, and we are going to use the syringe to suck up all of that gelatin. It's reasonably hard to pull through with such a volume, but I'm sure you guys can manage it. As you can see, there's a little bit of air trapped in the top of the system there, which we will need to flush out in a second. So that's pretty much all of it sucked up. Now I'm dropping out the adapter here totally by mistake. I don't need to do that yet, because how am I going to push out that oxygen? And totally realised. So in goes the adapter again, and as you can see, some air at the top there. So we're just going to push that air out the best we can, so that doesn't go into the fermenter and oxidize the beer. So pushed it out. So we had some gelatin come out of the end as well. So here we attach up the ball lock. It's a little bit tough because there's pressure in the keg, and then hopefully plunge away, and all that gelatin should go into the keg or the fermenter, kegmenter, oxygen free. It's a couple of weeks later on now. The beer was kegged and force carbonated for a week or so, and this is the result. Oh, that doesn't look clear at all, does it? But trust me, it is. I think there's a bit of condensation on the glass, but as you can see, that has cleared up very well indeed. And if you see my fingers through there, but that gelatin really did clear, even though it doesn't look like on the camera there. I'm not quite sure. It keeps condensating up, but yeah, it. Trust me, that is quite clear. So that gelatin worked very well. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up and give us a subscribe. Both of those things tell YouTube that you like this kind of stuff, and it enables others to find it. So yeah, please, really do appreciate any sort of thumbs up and comments. Comments also help us out and help us grow the channel. So likes, thumbs up, comments and subscribe, really appreciate it if you could. Just checking the date there. Yeah, it's nearly Christmas now, so if I don't release another video between now and Christmas, which I don't think I will, Merry Christmas everybody, and Happy New Year. Take care, have a good time, don't drink too much, and I'll see you next year. Cheers guys, take care, bye bye.